Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Screaming Pirate EDC. Today I wanted to do a quick overview slash talk about my collection. This is my entire collection right now, minus some of the unboxings that I expect to be doing soon. And hopefully you guys will like some of these knives, and you'll get to see some more in reviews in the future. But I just wanted to let you guys see what it looks like in the case. This is an Apache 4800 case from, oh gosh, I forgot, but you can just look up Apache 4800s. It has the pluckable foam, and I did it that way just so I can kind of put the knives in here how I want. I believe I can get around 65, maybe 66, like this current configuration, which is really nice for my needs. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and move away from this view and move back to the standard tabletop and take them out one at a time. All right, got the case out of the way, and I'm just going to go through the knives one by one for you guys and just kind of generally talk about them. So first up, there's always one that sits out of the case, as it were, whether that's the one I'm carrying, etc., for pictures. So the one right now that I'm carrying more than I think I take pictures of is the Brian Brown Jaeger. This is the Jaeger M. This is the production model. The Cerakote, so the bronze on the back and the pivot, and the green was done by Fanatic Edge. Great knife. I know a lot of people have talked about it, but really do enjoy this piece. Next up, we have the Demco AD, the AD20, ADMG20. This is a big boy knife with the shark lock. Mine has the hole and thumb studs and is in 3V. Very, very cool knife. After that, we have another Demco. You guys will see a commonality here. I try to keep makers together. So this is the AD15 from Cold Steel, also an Andrew Demco design. Very cool knife, very cool lock. After that, I have the Cold Steel Code 4. This was a gift from my wife. It was actually my very first Cold Steel. Very slim, very nice to carry. Typically is my weekend carry when I know I'm going to need to break down some stuff outside, or a knife that I need to pry on and I don't really care. So that's the purpose of this one. But yeah, good knife, nice lock. All right, I believe that is all the Demcos. So next we have the Gerber flat iron. This was actually a gift from a very, very close friend of mine. He loves cleaver blades, and he knew that I do too. I have dyed these scales red, but yeah, very fun cleaver from Gerber. After that, we have one of my 2019 Blade Show acquisitions. This is the Antonini Old Bear that has been blacked out. Very fun knife that is the competitor to an Opinel, and in fact, I like this locking mechanism better than an Opinel. I didn't say that, but I do. All right. After that, we have my knives that have been customized. So here I have my Rat 2. If you've been on the channel before, you have seen it. This was customized for me by way of knife. So a little bit of the teeth marks here and on the back, and with a Jolly Roger on there, because you know, Screaming Pirate, because why not? All right, after that, I have my Kaiser Mini Sheepdog with thumb studs in M390. This was also customized by way of knife. Just a fun little knife. I like the Mini Sheepdog, and I figured why not get the customization. All right, guys, moving on. We are moving into the Benchmades. I have my 940 here. This is, I believe, the G10 with purple studs is the REI edition of the knife. In S30, if I do remember correctly. My very first Benchmade. I still like this knife. It doesn't get carried a whole lot, just in favor of a lot of others, but I feel it is iconic enough to stick around. So that is my 940. For the Benchmade section, I'll just go ahead and keep moving these down because there are a few of them. So next, we have the Benchmade Anthem. This is a knife I recently got in a trade with Bearded Gear, actually. Fantastic knife. I really wish they wouldn't have discontinued it. Really made me fond of integrals. All right, after that, we have the Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue. Mine has been blacked out with screws, and this is from KnifeWorks. Really do enjoy this knife, and for $150, it's real hard to beat. After that, I have my recently reviewed Mini Adamas. Honestly, for $200, this knife is very, very good. I really do enjoy that knife. All right, so that is all of the Benchmades for now. Lord knows I might get some in the future. So let me go ahead and snap all these shut for you guys and move on to some automatics. So here I have the ProTech Rockeye. This is the Operator series. This might be my favorite automatic, period. It's very, very good. After that, I have the Arcform Slimfoot Auto. And this, the springs were actually done by ProTech, so very cool knife. After that, I have my only OTF. It is the Microtech Ultratech Bounty Hunter. This is one of those knives that I don't know that I'll ever get rid of just because I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I really do enjoy this knife, and I think it's a fun knife to have. So let's go ahead and get those all closed up for you guys. Next, we have yet another Blade Show 2019 acquisition. This is the Hogue Microflip. This is their 10-year anniversary edition, so with the blue Cerakote and the yellow backspacer. I got this, like I said, at Blade Show 2019. It's just one of those knives that I will never get rid of because it reminds me of my first Blade Show, and I really do like this knife a whole lot. So that is the Hogue Microflip. After that, oh, here we go. This is one that I got very early in collecting. This is the North Arms Skaja 2. This is when they were still doing that beautiful machining on the blade, where they were leaving those lines. I personally like it a whole lot. Got mine in carbon fiber. Still a great knife, still feels good in hand, and honestly, that action it's still fantastic. If you are wondering if a North Arms Skaja is worth it, I would say yes if you're a collector. Absolutely. Great knife. All right, after that, we have the Quiet Carry Waypoint. Mine has a black PVD coating on the titanium. You can see the blade's a little dirty. I do use this knife a fair bit. Fantastic, fantastic blade. It reminds me almost of I guess the best way to put it is a stainless liner lock 940. Really like this knife, guys. All right, next up, we have another knife that I'm going to review soon. This is the Orion Knives Solaris. So this has thumb studs, flipper tab, button lock. This exact configuration, I think, is a little bit over $100, but just the G10, they're under $100 whenever Orion Knives has them. Honestly, this might be my favorite budget knife. End of sentence. I know it's saying a lot, but I really do like this knife a whole lot. Okay, next. Oh, this is a good one for me. This is, I believe the number is the Wii 703D. This is before we started doing CIVIVI. This was their budget line. It was right around $100, and I actually received this knife in Knife Club's Spooky Swap. So that's Reddit Knife Club and their Spooky Swap. Very cool knife. Contoured G10. very nice action. Yeah, great knife. After that, we have my only surviving CIVIVI for now. This is the CIVIVI Aquila, I think it is. Aquila. This was one of their early models, and I have dyed the scales burgundy. Still like this knife. I lost the clip somewhere, but yeah, still like this knife. All right, after that, we have the original my collection. This is the Kershaw Knockout. This is actually in LMAX. I don't even remember where the exclusive was and for what company. I really don't, guys. I've had this knife for at least 7 or 8 years. This was the knife that kind of started it all for me. Kind of showed me of, oh, hey, here's a Kershaw that's actually an exclusive in really good steel. I was like, oh, well, that's a thing. But yeah, very, very interesting knife, especially in LMAX. All right, after that, we're starting to get into what I would call the meat and potatoes of my collection. First up is my beloved McNee Mac 2. This is actually purple, if you can't tell. This is the first Mac 2 I got. I really do like this knife. If you haven't watched the review, go watch it. Great knife. After that, I loved this knife so much that I got the Plague variant that comes with the skulls and the bead. I found a deal and I couldn't pass it up. I like skulls, obviously, and I really like this knife. Yeah, just fantastic. All right, guys. So next we have TRM Neutron. This is the Gen 1 Neutron. I also got this at Blade Show 2019. They actually had a scarring on the blade somewhere I can't even find now, and they were selling these, so I picked one up because I figured I should have one. I really do like this knife. Nice and thin. Not really my style as far as a thinness factor, but in hand, even for a large glove, it is nice. Now, with the Neutron, I also have the Atom. This is wearing Purple Heart scales. These are from Match Anderson. This knife I like substantially more than the Neutron. This is more my speed, as it were. Fantastic knife. All right, guys, moving forward, we have my Veros. Now, if you have watched my Vero Accent review, then you know these other ones. I have a Gen 1 Impulse, a Gen 1 Synapse, and an Accent from Jonathan Vero. These are all number 14, hence the 14 on the forehead of the logo, if you guys did not know. I do adore Joseph's designs, and I am not so patiently waiting on my isotope. So let's go ahead and get these guys tucked away. Halfway there, guys. Next, we have the Birch Tree Secant. This has, I think this is going to be green micarta. It's just darkened so much. This is made by Rayot. I really do like this knife. The fit and finish on this knife is honestly impeccable. That is my first Birch Tree design, and my second is the Danger Pickle. Fantastic knives. Michael Birch makes a hell of a blade. Let's go ahead and get these guys tucked away. And next, we have my most recent acquisition, the Urban EDC Supply Vox F 5.5. If you have not watched the review on this knife, please go watch it. It is very, very good. I think it's one of my favorites, which is saying a lot with a collection of my size, I think. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that one away, guys. Next, we have my Sleesh Designs. First up, we have my Sleesh Bowie, the Knife Joy exclusive. I also have a review on this knife. Go ahead and check that out as well. And then I have the Swayback, the Spidey Chef, and last, the Techno. So there is all 4 of my Sleesh Designs that I have. All right, guys, we are almost there. 2 rows left. I know it's a very large collection. Next, we have small Sabenza 31. This is my plain Jane small Sabenza. I do actually use this knife a fair bit. This is usually my backup knife. Sits in my back pocket. But yeah, fantastic little knife. After that, we have one that is very near and dear to me. This is my Sabenza 21 large. Love the circuits pattern. Hunted one of these for a long time and should have bought one, and then I finally just went ahead and bought it. And it is also sporting a Lynch clip. After that, we have my Spartan Blades. This is the Spartan Harsey with the Kraken finish, and the Harsey 3.25 with the Warthog. And then we have the Spartan Zelos, the Spartan Palace, the Spartan, I believe, yes, this is the Talos. Go ahead and shift him down a little bit, guys. I know he's off camera. And then after the Talos, we have the Spartan Aster. So there is all of your Spartan folders that I think are in current production. So let me go ahead and get those off screen for you guys. Oh, I bumped the camera. I do apologize for that. First time for everything, guys. All right, now those are all tucked away. Next, let's see here. Oh, the big boy of the collection, as I like to call it, our next. This is the KCF Rotten EVO 2.0. And if you've never seen them side by side, the crown jewel of my collection, as I call it, this is the Koenig Arius Gen 4 in red carbon fiber. Very interesting knives, neck and neck. Love the Arius, if I haven't said that a million times already. All right, and next we have the Hinderer or Hinderer Designs. This is the 0562 tie, sporting a deep blue engraving from USA Made Blade. Next we have the Hinderer half-track Warnie, the Hinderer Firetack, and then the Hinderer XM18, and this is sporting the Bowie blade and Stars and Stripes from, you guessed it, USA Made Blade. So there you go. Those are all next to each other. Last row, guys. Almost to the finish line. Now, this last row, it's going to seem pretty one-sided on what I'm about to show you because this is the bulk of my Spydercos. But before we get there, let's also show my one Southern Grind knife. This is the Spider Monkey. This is the red and black carbon fiber. This was also a USA Made Blade exclusive along with the half-track Warnie. Fantastic knife. Really sad to see that company be absorbed, but I do like this blade. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the bulk of the Spydercos. This is going to be the St. Nick's Knives exclusive Shaman. I'm going to tuck him up near the top. Next, we have the Mannix 2. And there is my DLT exclusive. This was also a gift from my wife of the Paramilitary 2. Here is the St. Nick's Para 2. And then here is the Tanto Para 2. And I just did a video on the scale swap on this knife. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and shift all of these over here. You're going to still see the butt end of them. I'm just going to leave them there for now. And then I'm going to bring out the rest. So here is my Para 3. And here is my Project Para 3, which some have seen. I really do like this. This is sporting Shipwreck Scaled with a copper bead. And then I have yet another Para 3. Oh, and I do believe... Oh, yep, there's the fourth Para 3. This will be my next project knife. Not quite sure what I'm doing with scales, but I will do something. All right, let's get all of those tucked away. All right, guys, tucked those Para 3s away, and let's do the final ones. So I have Native 5 and G10. and Native 5 Lightweight. And then I have the Delica, and last but least, the Little Native. Well, guys, that is my entire collection. I know it is quite a bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this. If there's any knives you would like to see more of, go ahead and head down to the comment section. Let me know, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and you guys have a great day.